Hi you guys, welcome back. And if you're new to my channel, I would like to take the time out to say welcome and hope to see you again and again. Well, after weeks of looking at faucets, we finally decided on the faucets we wanted to get to replace our leaky faucets that we got from Amazon. So we're going to try these and hopefully they won't leak. If you haven't bought a faucet yet and you're looking for faucets on eBay or Amazon, you'll probably want to check out my video on things you should know before you buy a faucet on eBay or Amazon. The link will be on the bottom. Okay, these are the two faucets that I'm going to be replacing today. Anyway, this is what we ordered. Let's open up the box and see what we got inside. Okay, here's the water lines. Here's the fitting that attaches from the bottom of your cabinet top. This looks interesting. I've never seen this type before. I like these screws here. It seems like it holds a lot better and you can probably adjust it. I like this better than a big washer and a big nut to hold it. Okay, you got three washers. The two on the left go underneath your cabinet top, and the small washer on the far right, that goes directly underneath the faucet fixture itself. You'll see a little groove in there. That gets installed. I guess it seals it from the countertop in case any water gets into the cabinet if it leaks. Okay, this is a nice bag for the faucet itself so it doesn't get scratched during shipping. That's kind of nice. Feels nice and heavy. I like the way the handle works on this unit. Seems like it's pretty well built. But faucets are usually well built on the outside. It's the internal parts that I'm worried about. All the gaskets and rubber parts that wear down pretty quick. Okay, at this point I'm getting a little nervous because I don't see a warranty card or any kind of a guarantee or anything. I don't even see the company name. Let's take a look at these instruction books and see what we can find. Well, typical instructions in different languages. Huh. I guess this is the name of the company. I don't see a email address or phone number to contact them. I'm assuming this is the company name. Let's look it up on the internet and see if we could find it. Well, after looking up the company name, this is what came up. So I guess if I have a problem, I need to call them and get a part. I wonder, because if it's overseas, I wonder how long it's going to take me to get a part. Oh well, I guess this is what I get for not buying something stateside. Alright, well, let's get to work and start installing these faucets. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is remove the faucet that we currently have. So one of the first things we want to do is turn off the hot and cold water underneath the cabinet. Then we want to quickly look up on top and see what we're dealing with in removing that faucet that we currently have. I found that using a mirror is a lot easier. That way you can quickly see what you're dealing with. Typically the cold water is on the right and the hot water is on the left, so let's turn them off. Okay, before you loosen the screws, you probably want to put a towel on the bottom because taking these hoses off, there'll probably be a little water that'll drip. I'm just using a crescent wrench to loosen up the screws. Once you got them loose, they'll come off by hand really easy. Do the same thing for the cold water side, the right side. Okay, once we got our water lines disconnected, we can start to remove our faucet. What you'll need is a large set of channel locks. I know this is kind of a pain, but you got to reach up in there and turn it loose, and once it's loose you can remove it by hand. Once you have removed the nut and the gasket, you'll now be able to pull the faucet out from the top. Now we can remove our faucet. Believe it or not, we're halfway done. At this point, you want to stop and think about all the money you're saving doing it yourself. See, it wasn't this hard. Okay, now we're going to connect our water lines to our faucet. This company color codes their water lines. Blue for cold, red for hot. Be sure to connect the hoses on the right side of the faucet, otherwise they'll get mixed up. You'll have cold on the left, hot on the right, and you don't want that. Also, anytime you're screwing parts together, use some plumber's tape. It just ensures that you don't have any leaks. Be sure you have the hoses in there correctly, on the correct sides. Hot left, cold right. Red left, blue right. Okay, keep in mind when you're tightening these nuts, make sure you don't apply a lot of pressure. Don't over tighten them. Okay, now it's time to screw on this extension tube. Be aware this goes on one particular way, so make sure that this little groove is faced towards the faucet. You can screw this in hand tight. Do not use a wrench to tighten it. If you do, you'll destroy the threads. Now we can slide our small rubber O-ring or gasket into position. You'll see a little groove right there at the bottom of the faucet. Be aware when you slide the faucet in, make sure that O-ring is in place. Okay, remember the 3 washers I was showing you in the very beginning? So now you're left with 2 washers, a big black one and a metal washer. You're going to put in the black rubber washer in first, then the metal washer. Then you're going to screw in that metal nut with the screws on it, with the screw heads facing down. Put everything into position and screw the screw in, nice and tight. Before we tighten down the faucet really good, make sure everything looks nice and straight and leveled. Okay, now that everything's all straight, we're going to crawl back down underneath the cabinet and we're going to use a Phillips screwdriver and tighten all 3 of those nuts as tight as you can get it. Okay, now it's time to connect the water lines. But before we do that, put some pipe tape on the threads on your water shutoffs, just to make sure you don't have any leaks. Okay, now this is where the color coding comes in handy. Remember, the blue is cold and the red is hot. So blue on the right side, red on the left side. They make it really easy with these color coded hoses. Okay, now take your crescent wrench and just tighten down the nuts. Don't tighten them too tight, just tighten them snug. When you turn the water on, check to see if you have any leaks. If there's a small leak, just go ahead and tighten it up some more, but don't wrench down on it. Okay, now that we got both of them tightened down, let's turn on our water. Double check to see if you have any leaks at this point. Okay, everything looks pretty good down here. Let's see what happens up on top. Let's take a look. Okay, hot water side. Good. Cold water side. Awesome. Well, mission accomplished. I think we can send the patient home now. Check on it off and on for a day just to make sure that you don't have any leaks or any leaks crop up on you. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and of course hit the bell. Until then, We'll see you at my next video. Bye!